Right, peeps, it is chest day, chest evening, whatever you want to call it. So what we're going to be doing this evening, we are going to be doing 3 exercises. First one is going to be the good old staple flat bench press. So I've just got 60 kilos on there just to do a little bit of a warm up. Then what we're going to do, then we are going to do some flat bench flies with dumbbells. Oh yes, so it's going to be flat bench, barbell, then flies with dumbbells, and then we're going to go back to some high repetition just to finish off this session. Chest presses, again using flat bench but dumbbells. So it's going to be 1 barbell exercise, 2 dumbbell exercises, and that's where we're going to go. But just to say, new pre-workout today. Grape bubble gum or something like that. Got it's called Smashed or something along those lines off eBay. Had to get rid of the other one. Pre-workout I bought before, Rage by Warrior. So horrible, terrible taste, really poor taste. As well as that 300 milligrams of caffeine, and all you could taste was literally caffeine in it. Don't know if it was off or what, because other people have said, oh, it's quite good. Hated it. And there's not often I don't go through a pre-workout because I'm that type. But I've had to literally chuck that towards the back of the shelf to use as and when I need to. But grape bubblegum smash is much better so far. First one this evening, tasted it, tastes bloody good. Not only that is, it's got more beta-alanine, less caffeine. It's got creatine monohydrate in there as well. So happy, happy days. But less about my pre-workout, less about what I'm going to do. Let's go on and do what I'm going to do. Starting with warm up on that. Okay, right, so we're just going to warm up, get the blood flowing. Happy days. Happy, happy days. Good. Excellent. Right. That was just a nice cheeky warm up for 10. Now we're going to raise the bar a bit. Instead of going up by 10, up by 15, we're going to go straight up by 20 on each side. So we're going to go from that warm up straight into 100 kg, 225 pounds. Let's go. Okay, right. So just made a little bit of a change up there. Had that squat rack, or had the adjustable rack from when I was squatting the other day. So all I've done is, as you can see, I've brought it forward off the wall. So it's much better under the bench. I was leaning so far back to get it then. And also just the shape of this bench as well meant that I was so far up here. As you can see, yeah, I was wobbling all over this job, but hopefully that'll give me a lot more stability for this 100 kg lift. So now we've got 20, 20, 40, 60, 80, 80 in plates, plus the 7-foot Olympic bar, 20 kilo, 100 kilograms. Let's go for a 10. Nice, good, happy with that. Good. So it could have been slower, but form was decent. And there was the up and down in relatively nice fashion. But yeah, that was good. So that was 10 on 100. So now we're going to stick another 5 on each side, go up to 110. And we can see what we can get out of that. Let's go. Okay, so I've taken about a minute and a half rest. There's 110 kilos now on each side. So let me talk you through that. So you've got 5, 20, 20, so that's 45 on each side, plus 20 kilograms, 7-foot Olympic bar, 110 kilos. So what am I concentrating on? What do I focus on when I'm benching? So first of all, making sure, just silly little things. Well, not silly little things at all, but making sure you see the grips here, making sure they're equal distance away from each side of that adjustable squat rack as well. And the bench is sitting into the middle of that. When I'm going down and lying down, I'm making sure that my lats are dug in, yeah? So I've got a nice stable base, digging in as much as I can into that bench, keeping my bum firm on the ground. And as well as that, a lot of the times, as you've seen, if you've seen me lifting and doing the bench before, I'll actually lift my legs up to make sure there's no leg drive. It's all in the shoulders, but more importantly, the chest with a sprinkle of triceps, and it's all there. So what we're going to do is, let's get started, because that was a minute and 10 seconds of yabbering. So 110 kilos. Let's get this going on. Let's go. So as I said, I'll take the leg drive out of it, so no leg drive here at all. That means that I can keep my back nice and straight on this bench. We're gonna, as we come down, we're gonna tuck those elbows in so they're not flaring out. I don't want any muscle impingement and injury. Let's go. Nice, good, excellent. Good, good, good. So, timing was nice on that. I was happy with that. God, I've got to get stronger on this bench. Dumbbells going up well, going back to full strength, but my bench, especially barbell, is just suffering at the moment. But c'est la vie, it is what it is. So that was God knows how many, about 7 or 8 reps on 110, which is all right, do you know what I mean? So what we're going to do is, we're going to go up to 120 kilos, and hopefully I might be able to get maybe 4 or 5 out on that. But I need to be hitting 5s. I do not want to be, especially as I'm on a cut, working through a really heavy strength programs around 5 reps. I want to be up around 8 to 12, ideally around 10 reps. But 8 to 12 is all good. So that 110 on 7 or 8 was pretty much where I want to be as a minimum. But yeah, we'll go to 120, see what we can get out. Then I am going to drop back to 100, just smash some sets out. Let's go. Right, so I have taken those 5s off. They've dropped back down here. Now we've put the 10 on. So you've now got 50 on each end, plus the bar, 120 kilos. Now what I have done, which was about a minute out, but well important, first couple of sets there, even that 110, I wasn't too happy with. And actually I felt quite relaxed, or quite, how can I say, soft on the bench. So all I've done is literally jumped onto the power station, just smashed out 10, 11 or 12, it was around that, of body weight pull-ups. Just get a bit of a pump in the back. Don't know if you're like me, but I used to do that literally back and forward. And I think it really does kind of like, gives you that rigid, almost makes you feel more stable on the bench. So try it yourself, it just works for me, to give you my opinion. So let's get on to this 120 kg. As I said, really looking for 5 out of this. 4 would be all right, do you know what I mean? But 5 is where we want to go. So let's get you in the middle of the screen, shall we? So you see what you're seeing. Let's go. Flip the neck. It's disappointing. Right. We are going to do this fifth. Just give myself 10 seconds. Okay, let's go. Jesus. Maybe it was the shoulder workout yesterday, God knows what it was, but frickin' hell, that was poor, wasn't it? 4 and 120, Jesus Christ. Got to sort myself out. I don't even think it's my triceps. Because I think my triceps, every other exercise, they're coming through. God knows. Maybe I've just got to go back to doing more barbell benching. Because this is the first time I've been on a barbell for probably about 10 days maybe, 10 days, 2 weeks. Been concentrating a lot on dumbbells. So actually, maybe it's just that. Frequency wins though, doesn't it? Frequency wins. But c'est la vie, right. Less of the yapping. We're going to go back down to 100 kg. And we're going to smash the granny out of another set on 100. Let's go. Okay, so we're back down to 100 kg. So 2020 bar. Right. So we're going to hit last set here. So we're going to smash the granny out of what should be 10 repetitions. If I don't do 10 repetitions on this final set, I'm giving up barbell benching. Let's see how we get on. I'm going to bring my grip in slightly, just to bring in a little bit more tricep, and see if that helps me on the last couple of push. All right, I'm taking all leg drive out, as you can see. Let's go. 10 minimum. A little rest. Okay, happy day. Right. So, final set done. Now we're going to move on to do some flies. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to move on now. Flat bench, but we're going to be using some dumbbells. So I'm going to start 22.5 kilos. So those ones there for flies. Just been thinking back just while I've been stripping that bar down, getting ready for flies. I think I've got to mix up this approach, or I think I've got to get better with this approach to cutting. Because I've lost, almost 3 kilos in 18 days, which is all right. It's on the way back to 83.5, 84 kilos where I want to be. So yes, I am expecting to be slightly weaker as I drop down as well. But I don't think I'm getting the right percentage into my meals at the moment. As in, I've got about 2,000 calories to expend every single day. But how I've been approaching is almost like 25% of those are in the morning for breakfast, 25% for lunch, and 50 for dinner. But what I do now, certainly what I've been doing most recently, is actually training before dinner. So if you think you've probably only got about 50% of your energy source prior to workout, I think I need to be doing more. I think I need to be packing on more for breakfast, more for lunch, and actually going more carb as well. I think today when I look at what I've had, yes, I've had 2 mass gainer shakes, which has delivered me about, what, 600 calories or so. So a decent amount of carbs, half decent amount of protein. But yeah, I don't feel full. I don't feel like carb full, if you know what I mean, with energy. So I think I'm going to have to get to about maybe even 70-75% of my food done by the time I'm working out in the evening, and then just go protein high for a meal after training, but really load on the carbs prior to training. I think that's the right way to go. Just silly schoolboy, because I know what I'm doing, but yeah, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like I'm still in that bulk mentality on a cut. I know what I mean. I know what I mean. Right, let's stop chatting. Let's crack on with some flies. Let's go. So as always, I'm going to go with a lazy edit here. Usually most people would say, I'm back. Whoa, I'm back. But no, that's not me. Done. And I'll just put the thing out of focus. Let's just grab those 22.5s. And we'll crack on. Oof. So with these flies, not having to come into the middle, I literally just come to the point where they're above my shoulders, and then you're flying as far as you can down just to get that stretch and come up again, just so those dumbbells are sitting over your shoulders. There's no need to come into the middle. I find these so much more beneficial than, say, for example, a seated pec fly, or even, to be honest with you, cables. However, I do like cables. I just don't have a cable machine where I can fly in the garage, where I certainly would be using cables for pec fly, because you've got tension all the time with cables, which of course is optimal, and that's what you want. You want tension at all times. Whereas I've got tension here, I've still got tension here, well, I lose that tension when I get to this point. Whereas with cables, it's still pulling you back. One more. Nice, good. Okay, perfect, good. Yeah, so there's loads, as I was saying there. It's not ideal, is it? If it was really, really hard, would I be able to chat to you throughout that whole set experience? As I said, I really enjoy lifting with dumbbells and really enjoy pec flies with dumbbells. More flat than incline, I have to say. But there is a massive place for cable flies as well, huge. So as I said, it keeps it under tension for the whole of that exercise. It's always up on tension as soon as you take that slack out of the cable when you first start. So I definitely say, if you're in the gym, use cables for pec fly, and as well as that, use dumbbells. And then probably thirdly, then use a pec machine or something like that. But yeah, I would certainly say cables first, then dumbbells, then pec fly. Whether that's plate loaded or whether it's, say for example, resistance. I put pec fly third out of those. Okay, right. That gave me a little bit of a time just to chat. So that does mean I can crack on and grab 27.5 kilos. Now we're going to do 27.5 kilos flies. Right. Okay, here we go. So take any leg drive out of the equation straight away. Make sure your back's nice and flat on that bench as well by doing that. Now we're going to control it. Push. Jeez, that was good. And it's hilarious, don't know if you had this before. Took my pre-workout far closer to the beginning of this workout than I should have. It says wait about half hour, and that's pretty much spot on. I drank it and then pretty much just walked in here. So what I'm starting to get now, about 20 minutes through the workout, is whenever I hold my breath to exert, as I was doing on those 27.5 kilo pec flies there, I've now got that crazy beta aniline in spasms and twitch. Fun, fun, fun. Right. Okay, so gonna take another minute and then we're gonna go on to the third and final set. We're gonna grab those 31 kilo bad boys with a fatter grips at the end there as well, just to finish off flies. Then as I said, last exercise, it's going to be flat dumbbell press. The reason why I'm doing that and barbell, it's like Barry, it's the same exercise. Yeah, with barbell, you're fixed in that position. Although you can bring the elbows in, you are fixed in that position. So with the dumbbells, there's a lot more manipulation you can do with the grip. So for me, although yes, of course it's working the chest, it's a different exercise in itself. I know what I mean. Hopefully some of you know what I mean. Right, you're all thinking, no, I haven't got a bloody clue, Barry, you've lost the plot. Too much freaking beta aniline, too much creatine, too much of your pre-workout too late in the day, now you're jabbering bollocks. Right, so as I said, we're gonna hit 31 kilos now. That's gonna be the final set for flies. Then we're gonna move on to those dumbbells. So join me. Oh, damn. Oh, this feels so much heavier. Oh, let's go. Oh. Jesus. Come on, two more. More scared at this point, they're going to drop on the forehead. Oh, God. Flipping heck. Whew. Damn. Flipping heck. Yowzers. I can feel a stretch on the chest. Literally. Oh. Flipping heck. You literally. Oh. That's just blood there, my friends. Blood, blood, blood. Right. So we're going to take a minute's rest and then we're going to go flat bench. Going to grab some dumbbells and actually I might just grab those cheeky 31s again and just smash out a set to failure. So not form failure as I always say, just muscle failure. See you back in a sec. Right, so we're going to do 2 more sets and these ones are both to failure with 31 kg. So we're just going to smash this out. This is going to look horrible. It's going to hurt. I know. I've failed it before. It's no surprise. Let's just get on. So we're going to grab, as I said, oh God, these already feel heavy. 31 kg. We're literally just going to go to failure. So not form failure, just muscular failure. As you can see, this is what I'm talking about, because usually the barbell would come out straight here. I'm just going to literally just turn them in here. Oh, God damn it. Oh, flipping heck. Right, don't worry, I'm back. So I think I did about 14 there. You were probably counting 13, 14, 15 would have been a miracle, but I think that was 14, even with my bad counting. So I'm gonna take a couple of minutes rest, then final set doing that. Smash it. So I've decided I'm gonna go 31s again, but this time I'm not gonna aim for 14, 15 quick. We're gonna make these nice and slow. So these ones gonna hurt. I'm going 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Let's go. Okay, so final set tonight. Let's slow this down. This ain't gonna be pretty. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Right, come on. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Flipping heck. My God. Jesus Christ. Wow. That battered the living daylights out my triceps as well. Flipping heck. Right, so that is usual. What are we talking? So we are talking 30 started. So that was actually pretty much almost 40 minutes again, or just over 40 minutes chest exercises. 3 exercises done, as you know. Started with barbell, went on to dumbbell flies, then finished with dumbbell flat presses. 3 exercises, happy days. My front delts feel buggered. My triceps feel abused. My chest, it's feeling pretty big. Right, that's me done. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Nothing else to say.